Hello, peoples around the world who you are exist in all of the universe. Whether you are exist in the third world or the developed countries, this box is very necessary for your life. I read it and I enjoy it. Just read it and enjoy your life. Thanks to Carol Dweck. He wrote the mindset, the new psychology of success, how we can learn to fulfill our potentials. How can we externalize our internal potential? The book had the following titles on the detailed views. Mindset. Why do we people differ from one to each other? What does all this mean for you? The two mindset. That means before this one, this is the new edition of the mindset of Carol Dweck. And the second book is the first book has a multi-million copies are sold around the world. That this one is a very interesting. I read the first one, but this one is unique. Have a many edition on this. Let me introduce all of the titles that are included in this contents. What do the people differ from one each for the others? What does this mean for you? The view from the two mindsets. So what's new? Self-insight. What's the meaning of self-insight? What do you understand from the self-insight? Very interesting and very exaggerated answers exist here. Really enjoy it. Who has accurate view of their assets and limitations? What's in store? This is included in the mindset. The second title or the second portion of this book is inside the mindset. What does it mean inside the mindset? What are exists? What are include? What this book exclusive and inclusive on this book? What are the idea, the philosophy of this book? Read and enjoy it. I purchased from the Jaffa in Addis Ababa. You can the store, the bookstore exists. Jaffa exists in Laghar, next to the Nok petrol store, and in the Mexico, uh, there is exist two stores that I know. You can purchase and enjoy your mind by using the mindset. The second portion is inside the mindset is success about learning or proving your smartness. You see, success is providing your smartness. It's not only about learning. If you're smart, if you are smartly working, if you enjoy your work smartly, the mindset of Carol says that you can prove your success. The next mindset change, the meaning of failure. What does it mean about failure? Failure is the failure of plan for your life. Carol in the mindset said that mindsets change the meaning of failure. Mindsets change the meaning of effort. And there is the questions and answers including here in the mindset. Read and enjoy it. The third portion of this book is the truth about ability and accomplishment. What does it mean? Read and enjoy it. Mindset and school achievement. The artistic ability of gift. When you give some gift for some people, what does it mean? It's the quality of your gift matter. It's the amount of money that you spend for the gift is matter. In my opinion, gift is the way that expresses the love that you give the gift for some person. It's not about money. It's not about expensive things that you give for the person. But gift means the way of expressing your love, the way of expressing how you feel for the person that you give the gift for the person. And the mindset of Carol says about the gift. Wow. This is very interesting portion that I love from the Carol mindset. The artistic ability of a gift, the danger of price and the positive levels, negative levels and how they works. Number 4, the chapter 4 of the mindset of Carol. By the way, this book was sells 2 million copies in the print. Wow, it's very exaggerated. Wow, let me introduce the sports chapter about sport, the mindset of a champions. What's the mystery of the champions around the world? Do you ask this question about your mind, about your champions? Your championship, your victory, your the number one schedule have to be started from your brain. Tells color in the mindset. Let me read it. The idea of natural character. What is success? What is failure? Taking a charge of success. There are many charges in the success. Exists. There are many parts of, and there are many charges are existing in the success. What are the charges? Charges are existing in this mindset. Read it. You have to purchase it. You have to read it day to day. Minimum 30 minutes for a day. You can get the difference. You feel the difference between your life before mindset and after the mindset. If you wanted to be success in each and every department, if you wanted to be success in each business, if you wanted to be success in each and every moment of daily life, you have to read it. You know what? I read it, I feel it. Number 5 and the chapter 5. Oh no, our topic was in taking the charge of success. You can get on the page of 101. On the 103, what does it mean to be a star? What does it mean? What does it mean to be the star? The star is the person. Before they were coming from a star, they were the person. Nobody knows them. They wasn't not a famous. They wasn't a famous before. but they work smartly. They take the charge of the success. They read multi-mindset books and they feel it. They work on their life. They get the charge of success. Number 105, the page says, hearing the mindset. Hearing the mindset. The best portion. You have to give your listening first. Hearing the mindset. The fifth portion says business, about business, mindset and leadership. Enron and the talent mindset, organizations that grow, the study of mindset and management decisions, leadership and the fixed mindset leaders in action. This is the best title that I love. Fixed mindset leaders in the actions. What's the difference between boss and leaders? Most of the Ethiopian managers are boss. That's why the Ethiopia was still have the clumsy development in each sectors. It's so clumsy because most of the managers are boss. They are not leaders. Mindset told us about leadership and fixed mindset. Fixed mindset leaders in action. When you come to on the page of a mindset 124, growth mindset leaders in action. A study of group process. You know what? Group, if we use the mystery of group positively, we can build ourselves, we can build our nation, we can build our world smartly. But on the reverse side, if we use the mystery of group in the negative way, we begin to demolish starting from our life, nations, and world. Then after, our universe will be boom. Growth mindset leaders in action. The study of group process. Does group process have to be the great mystery, and we have to give the great attention about the groups. Okay. On the page of 134, group thinking versus we think. You know what? Group thinking versus we think. Yeah. The prize generation hits the workforce. That's very interesting chapters, by the way. Chapter 5 is very interesting in the mindset. All of the chapter is very interesting, but when you get the idea of each chapter, your mind will be very smart and thinking about the future of your life. On the page of 137, are negatives born mad? It starts by a question like this. Are negatives born or made? Answer for yourself. Number 139. Corporate training. Are a manager born or made? Answer for yourself this question also. Are leaders born or made? All of these questions are the beginning and the starting point of your mindset. You have to set your mind for the work of your future. Thus, you have to be read this book briefly. You have to read this book detailedly. You have to read this book smartly by using the notes, by using the if you didn't understand the language, if English is the second language like me, you can use the dictionaries. There are multi dictionaries by the time. There are softwares that are made by Oxford University, uh, mm, Gutenberg University, uh, University of American Washington, and the University of mm, Oxford Department of Language. There are many dictionaries, a Wikipedia. There are many language dictionaries are exist in the world on the software and on the hardware uh, part that you have to use it. My comment is this. Um, the title of the chapter 5 about business mindset and leadership is that organization mindset. Organizational mindset. Organizational mindset is the basic and the core point of the organizational structure. It's not a personal, but it's the organizational mindset. Chapter 6, relationship. Relationship as a very interesting part. Mindset in love or not. Relationship are different, says in the page of 150. On 151, a mindset feeling in love. Mindset falling in love. What you have to do, what you have to think, what you have to be accomplish your life, and what is the process of your love. A mindset tells about the relationship on the chapter 6 in the page of 151. On 160, the partner as enemy. The partner as enemy. Read and feel it. 162, developing in relationship. 163, friendship. What does it mean when you say friendship? When you say somebody he's my friend, or when you say somebody he has a great friendship with me? What are the criterias? What are the core points? What are the backbone of your friendship? Is he materialist or not? It's a basic. You have to read the mindset. If you want it to be, your friendship will be progressively developed. On the page of mindset 166 cents. What does it mean? Read and feel it. On 168, bully and victim, revenge revisited. Read and feel it. On the chapter 7, partner, teachers, and coach. The parents, teachers, and coaches. Where do a mindset come from? If you are a partner, if you are a teacher, if you are the coach of somebody, what you have to do? You have to read it, and the answer is exist in the mindset, bro. Okay. Here in the partner, teacher, and the coach, chapter 7, you can feel, you can read, you can gather the information like the partner and the teacher. Messages about success and failure for your students or for your babies, the son or the daughter, how you can coach them. Teachers, what makes a great teachers? Yourself. Read it and fed it. Coach, winning through a mindset. You know what? The mystery of Ethiopia. The ancient history of Ethiopia. If I read this book, no way. If I wrote this book, if I was the author of this book, here in the part of the partner teacher and coach, I try to talk about the ancient Ethiopian history. What are the main parts, the main ideas? How can they handle their babies in Ethiopia before 200, 150 years ago? We have to consider about this. When you read it, we have to read it with our history. If you are an Ethiopian or African peoples, if you're born from Nigeria, if you comes from Ghana, if you comes from Kenya, Zimbabwe, Malawi, Algeria, Egypt, Eritrea, Ethiopia, Malawi, Mali, Zimbabwe, Liberia, South Africa, how you guide your babies, how you coach your babies to be achieve their success. You have to consider their lives when you live. After you born, most of the African peoples, most of the African parents, they don't care about the mindset of the peoples, the mindset of their babies, the mindset of their villagers. You know what? The mystery of the development of your country, your nation, your world, your universe is depending on how your mindset, how how if your mindset is work appropriately. Without the mindset, you can achieve the goal what you want. You know what? I wanted to tell you, I'm from Africa. I'm from East Africa, Ethiopia. I love my homeland. I love my home country, Ethiopia. I'm from the village of Dobro Marcos, Dubza, Dobro Marcos is Gojam. You know what? I'm her region. There is the endemic mindset are exist in our country. You know what? Our the old fathers, our elders has a way to mindset for their babies. Most of the peoples was that what I say. But rather, most of them didn't control their babies, but they try to control after they direct their lives with a negative sides. If you wanted to be return them, it's very hard to return them. You know what? From the very starting of their childness, you have to be guide your children by using this book mindset. And the book related this like this. You know what? There are many psychological books that exist in the world. You can search on the Wikipedia, you can search on the Google's ebook in the libraries. There are many books that exist. But most of us didn't use the books, didn't read the books, but we are the partners. We are the parents. We have a friendship. We are teachers. We are a coach, but we didn't read the books. How we can handle our children's lives if we didn't read the books? How we can how we can participate on the development of our countries? Possibly. You can participate on the development of your country by negatively by corrupt your work, corrupt your mind, corrupt your mind, corrupt your friend's mind. You have to think starting from this day, bro. You have to think about the lives of your children. You have to think about the lives of others. In Ethiopia, there are many proverbs related to the mindset. Mm. There are many things that exist. I will tell you. I will be told you. I will be told you. I will be you. Sorry about my tenses. I don't care about. By the way, I don't care about the grammar part, uh, the pronunciation, etc. Because my second language, I will be achieve. I will be achieve in the next. This is my first presentation in English. My first live stream presentation in English language because I love this. I read this book. I love this book, and I wanted to share my experience that I get from the mindset. That's why I'm come here. But I didn't have the potential on the English language. You know what? But I understand what you said. I listen. I listen what the person says to me, and I can reflect it. You know what? That's why I present this. Uh, I know the people's are exist negates when I start English presentation or English live, but I don't have I don't have a time to hear them. You know what? The time is now. The time is now, says somebody here in Ethiopia. Chapter 8, challenging mindset. Challenging mindset. In this chapter 8, on the page of 223, the nature of challenge, the mindset lecture, the mindset workshop, brainology. Brainology. It's a study about brain. What your brain process, how much, how, how, when, where, and use your mind properly. Most of the peoples abuse their minds. Most of the peoples abuse their minds by drugs, by waiting and spending their time improperly. You know what? Improper things. Says about like that. Brainology is a very interesting chapter that I read in mindset. The next is more about change. Yeah, when you think about change, you have to know about a mindset. The very beginning of each changes in your life is mindset. Opening yourself up to the growth. People who don't want to change, yeah, the people who don't want to change is the people who begging you. The people that exist in each road and begging you is the people they didn't decide for the change of their lives. They have the potential. Our Almighty God give the potential for each of us within a different talent. But most of the people didn't use. Some of the people using it properly, and most of them are famous by the time. Most of the famous people, most of stars are using their talent properly. Nothing they did. They did nothing without this. They find where their talent is exist in their brains or in their, like, they give the talent from the Almighty God and they use it properly. Then they will be famous. They will be strong. This is the mystery of star and famous. Thus, you have to be decided today for change, changing your children's mindset. If you think money is do everything, but for your children told us, brain, mindset is doing everything. Money is nothing. Money comes after the work of everything. If you have any talent, don't consider money, don't consider the material when you searching your work. You have to start from your mindset. After that, after all, the money is care after. But if you start, your goal is your money. Your fallacy starting from this point. That's what I told you. Mindset and willpower, maintaining change, the journey to a true growth mindset. Yeah. Here in the world, there are different types of growth that exist that are they grow in the negative side and they grow in the positive side. The growth in the negative side, the people that have a life of corruption, corrupt life, abuse brands, abuse mindsets, abuse the life of others. But the people's grows positively, grows on this on the truth, have the potential to be achieved on the true way. Okay. The last one in the chapter that is the road a bed. Learn and help learn. It says, learn and help learn. You can learn from the peoples that are exist next to you if you have wanted to learn, and the road ahead. When you start the way, when you are in the track of your life, when you are the track of when you get the track of your success, go ahead. Don't listen the negatives. Don't listen the peoples who talks negatively about yourself. The peoples always talks a lot about you. You know what? If you have a potential, if you have the great opportunity to change your life, if you are on the track of your success, the people talks a lot negative things, but they are nothing. They can't do nothing. You know what? They can't do nothing. They can't stop your way. They can't stop your journey. They can't stop the way of your track, the way of your success track. Tell your brain, tell your mind, yes, I can. Yes, I do. Yes, I win. Yes, I achieve my success. There are many merchants, there are many teachers, there are many peoples are exist in your life, in your neighbors, in your everything. But you have to be this in your heart. Your inner peace will achieve your success if you listen your heart and if you use your breath, you will achieve it. So about chapters that exist in this the marvelous book mindset. Let me read some uh, articles from the introduction parts. One day, says Carlo, the author of a mindset, Carlo S. DWECK Ph.D. achieved is she is by the way she is the author of the mindset she is a PhD holder. She says on the introduction part, one day one student sat me down and ordered me to write this book. They wanted the people to be able to use our work to make their lives better. It was something I would want to do for a long time, but it becomes my number one priority. My work is a part of a tradition in psychology that shows the power of people's beliefs. This may be a beliefs we are aware of and we are unaware of or unaware of, but that strongly affect what we want and whether we succeed in getting it. As a tradition also shows how changing a people beliefs, even the simplest beliefs, can have profound effects. In this book, you will learn how simple belief about yourself, a belief we discover in our research, guide a large part of your life. In fact, it permeates every part of your life. In fact, it permits every part of your life. Much of what you think of as your personality actually grows out of this mindset. Much of what much of what may be preventing you from fulfilling your potential grow out of it. No, no book has ever explained this mindset and show people how to make use of it in their lives. You will certainly understand the rest in the science and art, in sport, in business, and would have been. You will understand your mate, your boss, your friend, your kids. You will see how and unleash your potential, your children's. It's my privilege to share my finding with you because she works a lot of researches about the mindset. Besides, besides accounts of people from my research, I have filled each chapter with a story, buzz, right from the headless and based on my own life and experience. I have filled each chapter with a story buzz wrapped from the headlines and based on my own life experience that I told you before this. She is the holder of PhD done. She works a lot of research about mindset. How can I help the peoples? How can I help the world by writing about some books like a mindset? Then first she did her research well. Then she present for us a mindset. Thanks to you, Carl. So thanks to you. Thanks to you very much. By the way, uh, I'm from Ethiopia, and I'm I have a great respect for you. Uh, your your talent and your potential is beyonding on us. Please, I know you have a potential to write the third part of this mindset. That's please write. Please prepare it for us as soon as possible. So you can see the mindset in action, she says. In most cases, names and personal informations have been changed to preserve anonymity. In some cases, several people have been condensed into one to make a clear picture. A number of the challenges are recreated from memory, and I have rendered them to the best of my ability. At the end of each chapter and throughout the last chapter, I show you the ways to apply the lessons, the ways to recognize the mindset that's a guide your life, to understand how it works, and to change it if you wish. Well, thanks to you, Carol, again, she says. I repeat it. She says, that's a guide, that's a guiding your life, this mindset, in the guiding of your life, she says, to understand how it works and to change it if you wish. If you wish, you can change your life, Carol says. Mm, that's the best idea. And I love it. But a little note about grammar. I know it and I love it, but I haven't always followed it in this book. I start sentence with and buts. I end a sentence with a prepositions. I use the plural they in a context that requires the singular he or she. I have done this for informality in immediacy, immediacy, and I hope that stragglers will forgive me. I hope, I hope that the stragglers will forgive me. A little notes of this update edition. I feel it was important to add a new information to some of the chapters. You know what she says? I feel it was important to add a new information to some of these chapters. I add our new study on organizational mindset to a chapter 5, business. Yes, a whole organization can have a mindset. I added a new section of false growth mindsets to the chapter 7, parent teacher coach. After I learned about the many creative ways people were interpreting and implementing the growth mindsets, most always accurately. Yeah, I learned about the way. I learned about the many creative ways people were interpreting and implementing the growth mindset. Not always accurately. Most of the people didn't implement the mindset accurately, she says, that I try to correct them. And I did the journey to a true growth mindset, to a chapter 8 changing a mindset because many people has asked for more information on how to take that journey. I hope these updates are helpful. I would like to take this chance to thank all of the people who made my research and this book possible. She tries to thank the people who helped us for the possibility of this book. My students have made my research career a complete joy. I hope they have learned as much from me. I have learned from them. I would also like to thank the organizations that support our researchers. The William T. Grant Foundation, the National Science Foundation, the Department of Education, the National Institutes of Mental Health, the National Institutes of Child Health and Human Development, the Spencer Foundation, the Rakers Foundation, the People Random House have been the most encouraging team I could wish for. A Web Serios, Daniel Mankers, Tom Perry, and most of all, the Carol Sutton and the Jennifer Hershey, my editors, who exclaim about my books and our great suggestions have made all the difference. I thank my superb grant, superb agent, Galice Anderson, as well as Heidi Grant, for putting me in touch with me. Thanks to all the people who gave me input and feedbacks. But a special thanks to Polly Shulam, Polly Schulman, Richard DeWick, and Marine Pisa Pescam for their extensive and insightful comments. Finally, I thank my husband, David. Thank you, David, for helping Mr. Callum for writing of this marvelous book. Thanks to you, Dave, for the love and enthusiasm, enthusiasm that give my life an extra dimension. Thanks to Dave, his support thought this project was extraordinary. My work has been about growth, and it has helped foster my own growth. It is my wish that will do the same for you. Wow. Thanks to you, Carl. A mindset chapter 1 will be awesome for you on the next live stream of this book tech tube. Subscribe book tech tube and enjoy the book like this a marvelous book a mindset. I love it and I always enjoy it. There are books are exist in my hands. Dale Carnegie's How King uh, and many authors on the psychological parts, parenting, about business, about school, relationship, business, championship, and a lot. I will read it before and I will present to you. Subscribe Book Tech Tube. I will present the books and the technological parts. The books are shows you about the historical parts of the world, especially I'm from Ethiopia, I'm from East Africa, Thus, I will present to you the ancient stories of Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church on the book parts and on the technological parts. I was graduated from University of Gondar in the Department of Mechanical Engineering on the stream of design. Thus, I will present to you what are the softwares are exist in a mechanical engineering on the design part on the design streams. I have two marvelous designs on the agriculture mechanizations. I have two marvelous designs if the person are exist listen this one. Or the Ministry of Agriculture in African continent. If you have a fund, I have a design. You can enjoy it. You can contact with me by BookTechTube. You can get the full information on the description. You can get my email address and contact with me. I have a design, a multi designs with my friends. There are junior graduates, students are exist in our group, our design group, and we tries to perform. We tries to design the agricultural mechanization machineries where go through the mathematical parts and the design parts. We accomplish it, and we have a prototype also. If you have a fund, if you have a capacity to fund for our workers, there's a possibility. Yes, we can. We can uh, we have a design. If you have a business, if you are a business person, or if you have a venture, or if you have a contact with the banks, the person who exists in every continent, in Africa, Europe, Ethiopia, in the country of Ethiopia, in the continent of Africa, in Europe, in America, South America, North American, Russian, in the continent of Asia, Russia, Chinese peoples, Japanese, you can help us. But also you didn't let me leave it. If you want us, you can contact with us. This is all about for today. Thanks to Carol, the author of Mindset. Subscribe, book tech you, and enjoy it. I will come after 2 days, maybe, within a marvelous chapter of this mindset. We will talk about how can we achieve our goal. Bye bye. Read for Live Ethiopia, Live for Read Ethiopia. Just subscribe and enjoy it. Bye bye. መልካም ጊዜ ለሁላችንም ይሁን። ይህ ቡክቴክ ቲዩብ ነው። ቡክቴክ ቲዩብን ሰብስክራይብ በማድረግ ንባብ ለህይወት ኢትዮጵያ፣ ህይወት ለንባብ ኢትዮጵያን ኦን እናድርግ እላለሁ። መልካም ጊዜ ለሁላችሁ። Thanks to Samira, Ethiopia, and Raya. Bye-bye. Hasta la vista. Just give a priority for your mindset. Just be confidence for yourself. Told you, always tell you for your brand. You can. Yes, I can. Yes, I do. Yes, I will accomplish. But there are many people who are negatively gang upon you. Don't give attention for themselves. Hasta la vista again, bro. And sis, that you attend until this time. I love the way that you present Miss Carol. If you read it, if you read it, the book, that's Mr. Parlasak. He's a Czechoslovakian hero. He was participate on the Adwa the second in Ethiopia in Ethiopian calendar in 1928 or in Gregorian calendar in 1935. He was attending, and he have the diaries, daily diaries, and he wrote the memorial parts of the war, the second war of Adwa, around the northern parts of Ethiopia. I tried to narrate that book. The author was Pavlasak, the Czechoslovakian person, and I tried to narrate it in Amharic. If you have the opportunity to get that book, Habeshiska Odessa in Czechoslovakia language, if you read it, I will invite you, and you will get how our peoples, how our fathers, the ancient fathers of Ethiopians, was a hero. What's the meaning of patriot? You can get it and you can feel it. Miss Cow, please read it. And send me the feedback about it. Bye bye. Hasta la vista again. Subscribe Book Tech Tube and of it. Read for life Ethiopia, life for read Ethiopia. That's my motto and my logo of Book Tech Tube. I will be present your books sequentially starting from this mindset. Bye bye. Hasta la vista again. መልካም ጊዜ ለሁላችሁም ይሁን በያላችሁበት። ኢትዮጵያ እጆቿን ወደ እግዚአብሔር ትዘረጋ የሚሰማታል።